Hey. So today I wanted to talk about how to overcome anxiety, especially when you live in a foreign country where your support system is much smaller and you don't have the time or opportunity to talk to people who actually understand what you're going through. So before I moved to Japan, I was really shy, and I had friends, obviously, but just really close personal friends. And it was everyone that I met outside of like my elementary school friends was a friend of a friend. So it was really hard for me to make my own friends. And I definitely have those now. In college, I think I met a few friends on my own, and those friends are very special to me. But once I came to Japan, I couldn't act that way anymore, I couldn't be shy. It was a survival thing. If I was shy and never talked and I didn't learn Japanese and all of that stuff, then I don't think I would have survived here. I would have had to go home really early because I lived in a really small town and not a lot of people spoke English. And if I didn't ask questions or talk to people, I would have been very, very lonely because my friends weren't there to help me out. So over the years, I have learned some good ways to overcome those pressures and anxieties and fears, and I want to share them with you today. Number one is to exercise. And I know that is redundant and cliche, but exercise does solve a lot of problems. A lot of times when you're fearful and anxious, it's just like a buildup of energy, of negative energy in your body, and the only way to let it out is to fill its space with positive energy. So I would go on runs a lot, or just a walk to clear my head, and it allowed me to just enjoy nature and think about other things besides what I was being afraid of, which was usually not really that important. So I definitely recommend exercising. And if you can't exercise for whatever reason, I found that driving was also kind of the same process. Like, you're making forward motion, and especially if you have a radio in your car and you can listen to music while you're driving, it's really great because you can just scream and let it all out and just fill it with positive things like your favorite song. Or driving through mountains in Japan is beautiful, so it's just replacing that negative energy and negative thoughts with positive things. It's really important. Number two is just talking to people. Like I said, I was really shy before, so I'd only talk to like my best friends about my problems. But for me, it was really important to make new friends here, friends that were on my time zone and could, help me out more if there was a problem. So I had ALT friends, and I just made it a point to make them, to be really personable with them and for them to get to know me easily, quickly, so that I could just talk to them. Everyone has problems, especially in Japan. A lot of foreigners have gripes about Japanese culture or just things that they want to let out. So having that community was really important. I think you can find that anywhere abroad or in a new community. Just join groups, and even if you tell people like, oh, I'm kind of shy, but I'm trying to, improve myself and meet new people, then it's totally gonna help you. I always tell people that, like, I used to be so shy, but I can't let it get in the way of my life now, so I try to talk to people more. So it definitely helped me, having those ALT friends and now Japanese friends who can kind of act as middlemen. A lot of my Japanese friends have lived abroad or are going to live abroad and speak English, so they act as really good, like, cultural intermediaries to just like let me know the American side or the Western side and the Japanese side and why they're different and what makes it okay. You're gonna have those struggles, but they always let me know, like, okay, this is just how Japan is, and this is just how the West is, and we have to accept both. So those really helped me with the cultural anxieties and problems I had with just living in Japan. So yeah, I really recommend making friends and getting out of your comfort zone in that way. And number three, listen to yourself. take care of yourself. If you're feeling particularly run down and really anxious, like, give yourself a time to relax and just focus on you and your mental well-being. I know that in Japan, like, mental health days are not common, and you know, it's just like a day off. If you wanted to take a mental health day, you would just be like, oh, I'm sick, or I'm gonna go to the doctor or something, and you don't need to tell people about it. But in the West, like, it's okay to be like, you know, I just really need a break, like, I'm feeling anxious all the time, and people would understand that. But in some countries, mental health is not recognized. But even if it, or you know, it's recognized but not acknowledged, and people don't talk about it a lot. But even if that's the case, I really recommend just taking time off for yourself. So I'm really introverted, and I'm like kind of in between. I can fake being an extrovert, but it really drains me. And sometimes I work on Saturday, and then all day Saturday I'm with my coworkers, and that's 6 days a week. I'm talking to people all the time because I work at a nursery school and after school program. So I just get drained, you know, even though they're kids, I just get drained. So on days where I work every day of the week, on weeks where I work every day of the week, Sunday I just relax. And if I go out, I always have headphones in and glasses so that people don't talk to me. And I just make sure to buy like that one food I really like and just relax, you know, stay in my bed and watch a movie or write and journal. Journaling helps so much because it is you. It's you one-on-one with your thoughts. But I think accepting them and realizing that you have these thoughts and not pushing them away really helps. So yeah, I've just, over the past 3-4 years, I've really learned how to manage my anxiety better. And I definitely still feel anxious a lot, sometimes for reasons that I don't understand. You know, I just feel uncomfortable and uneasy. I think now I know how to manage it. So, you know, everyone has problems. Everyone has mental issues in some way, anxiety and fears, but we have to just acknowledge them and then replace them with positivity and happy thoughts, and you're gonna be fine. So don't let fear and anxiety and being away from your family and things like that come in the way, like get in between you and living in a foreign country, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it to stay home and be afraid when you could be living your life somewhere else, even if it's just another state. You know, if you're used to being at home with your parents or your friends all the time, but you really want to try moving to like California or New York, do it, see what happens. And if you can't do it, you know, it doesn't mean you failed, just like it's not for you. So just really try it out and just follow these tips, and I think you'll be fine. So that's all for me today. I might have some more tips about channeling positive energy and relieving anxiety and stress in the future, but for now I just wanted to make this quick video to let you know what I do when I'm feeling anxious and fearful in Japan and in a foreign country. Okay, bye. See you guys.